Morning, guys. Wednesday, the 23rd, it's not, it's the 24th of February. I've just walked into Mr. Hollick's classroom to record this lesson, and I saw something on his table, and it reminds me of a joke that I'm going to try and tell, but I'll probably mess it up. So, and I'll show you what it is afterwards, because it's actually the punchline. So, my joke. So, last week, I was invited to a fancy dress party, and I really couldn't think of anything to go as. And I got to the day of the party, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to go, or if I do go, I'll just go as myself. I can't bother to dress up. So me and my friend, it's a female friend, this girl who lives down the road from me. We walked together to the party, and we got to the door, and I knocked on the door. And the man who owns, my other friend who owns the house, came to the door and said, what have you come as then? You know, you don't really haven't made any effort. You know, what have you come as? And just as he came to the door, I'd asked my friend, this girl, to jump on my back. I said, quick, I've got an idea, jump on my back. So she jumped on my back. And the man at the door said, you know, what load of rubbish. You haven't dressed up. You haven't made any effort. I said, I've come as a snail. He went, no, you haven't. You haven't. All you've got is that girl on your back. I said, well, look, that's not any girl. That's Michelle. And I found that, and I thought it was funny. Obviously not very funny at all. All right, so that's my Michelle gag. Her name was Michelle. So, rubbish. Boo. All right, let's start the lesson. We might not learn any decent jokes. We might be able to do some multiplication. All righty, let's get started. So today's date and Walt are there. You can pause the video now if you need to. And when you have done that, we're looking at something called teens numbers. What do I mean? It's there, look, T-E-E-N-S, teens numbers. What do I mean by teens numbers? If you've got a bit of spare paper or a whiteboard or something just to jot, do you know any teens numbers? If you don't worry, we will come on to them in a second. So pause the video now. Alrighty, cool. So the teens numbers, hopefully you've had a discussion about them and you know what they are and you've shouted them out already. So anything, so that we could list them now, okay? 13 is any number that ends in teen. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, okay? That's what makes them a teens number. It's the numbers between 13 and 19, all right? And then obviously go on to 20. So they are our teens numbers. Now we're going to be, I don't want you to panic about this word, the distributive law, okay? It's a mathematical term. And actually, it's another way of suggesting partitioning, okay? And if you're still thinking, what is he on about partitioning? Partitioning, we've done it before, is just splitting numbers, breaking numbers down. And I'm going to show you how it's done today. It's not that scary. So come with me and we'll be absolutely fine. So let's start off with yesterday's learning. Can you remember we started partitioning actually yesterday? And we looked at breaking down, so this number 50, we broke it down into, can we multiply it, let's do 6 times 5 and then times it by 10. So what are 6 5s? Well, we all know that 6 5s are 30. Okay, so actually before I tell you the answer, is it A, B or C? All right, have a guess now. So going back to what I was saying, 6 times 5 is 30, and then 30, if we times that by 10, okay, I'm just going to make some quick notes on here. So 6 times 5 is 30, 6 5s are 30, and then we suggested yesterday that actually that wouldn't be our answer, because if we're not doing just 6 times 5, we're doing 6 times 50. And that's a multiple of 10. So then I would do 30. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not writing in the boxes. 30 times 10. All right, What would 30 times 10 be? Well, we know when we multiply by 10, all we need to do is add a 0 onto the original number. So our answer would be 300. Okay, so 6 50s are 300s. And we just did that with our knowledge of the 5 times table, 6 times 5. Okay, so moving on today, let's have a look at this. So distributive law, okay. I'm just going to talk about the question first, and then we'll move on to under this box, okay, and Coco's down there to help us as well. So we've got the question 13 multiplied by 3, all right, so 13 threes, or we remember multiplication is what we call, I'm going to use another word now, communicative. So it means we can do it any way. We could do 13 times 3, or we could do 3 times 13. It doesn't matter which way around we do it, you'll always get the same answer. All right, so we're not going to try and work it out, trying to do 3 13s or 13 threes. That would be really quite tricky. What we're going to do is that distributive law. So it's partitioning. So I'm going to show you using my pen. We've got the number 13. All right, let's just look at that number. How many 10s are in 13? Well, we know that we've got 1 10. And how many 1s have we got? Well, we know we've got 3. Now, that is going to help us. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Okay, because we're going to do then 2 calculations. So it says down here, Coco said, I partition 13 into 1 10, there it is, and 3 1s. Then I can multiply. Now, we're going to do 2 sums now. We're going to do 10 multiplied by 3. Now, 10 3s and 3 10s, that's a lot easier, isn't it? Okay, we know that 10 3s are 30. Okay, we also know that 3 3s are 9. And yes, you're absolutely right. All we need to do now is add those together. And we can do this mentally. This is you know, lots of you will be able to do this mentally. Okay, and this is the sort of process we want you to start doing in your head. So partition the number. So we had 13. All right, we partitioned it into 10 and 3. And then we did 2 calculations. 10 multiplied by 3 equals 30. And then we did the 3 times the 3, and that gave us 9. And then all we'd have to do is add those together. So 30 add 9, quite simply, is 39. All right. And we've just done that by partitioning. All right. Let's do another one together. Okay, and then you can have a go. I've already started by showing you. In fact, why don't you have a go at doing this yourself first? See if you can remember. I've helped you. Lots of you call it the cherries because you think it looks like cherries. I've helped you with that by showing that we need to partition. We've got this time 15 multiplied by 4. Okay, can we work this out? Let's partition first. So I've got 15. Okay, oh, sorry, pause the video and have a go yourself first. Okay, let's have a go at this now then. So I've got 15 times 4. I'm going to partition 15 into 10. There's 1 10, and how many 1s are there? There's 5, 10 and 5. Okay, now I've already started my 2 sums, my 2 calculations down here. I'm going to start with 10 multiplied by 4. Okay. So what's 10 multiplied by 4? 10 4s or 4 10s are 10 times table, 40. Okay, and then that leaves me 5 multiplied by 4, or we can do 4 5s. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, sorry, let's do that right. So let's just write the question in. I made a mistake. I beg your pardon. So it would be 5. So 5 multiplied by 4 equals 20. And then all we need to do is add those together. So what's 40 add 20? Well, the correct answer is 60. Okay, so and Coco down here quite rightly said partition 15. It's all about that partitioning at the start, which will really help us. Okay, you do need to have some knowledge of your times tables. Lots of you are getting strong with your times tables. So obviously your 5s, your 10s, your 2s, your 4s and your 8s are getting there, as well as your 9s. Okay, so that's what we're going to need today. Have a go at this one yourself. So pause the video now and have a go yourself first, please. Okay, hopefully you've managed to have a go on your piece of paper. Let's go through this one together. So I had 18 times 4. So I'm going to partition first. I'm going to go 10. Remember, 18 is a teen number. 10 and 8. Now, let's do I'm going to do a simple calculation first. I'm going to start with 10 multiplied by 4. And hopefully you're all shouting out at me, well, that's 40. Now, the next one's a little bit more tricky. All right. And if you know your 8 times table, that's great. If you're not sure, I'm going to show you a method to solve this. So then my next calculation is 8 multiplied by 4. Now, I'm going to do 4. Now, if you want to draw a little number line, okay, to help you, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 jumps of 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 8s, I'm adding 8 each time, so I've got 0 there. So adding 8 each time, so 8, obviously. What's 8 add 8? Well, that's 16. Now, if you really wanted, we've done this before when we built number lines before. So if I just wanted to skip to the answer there, I just need to add 16. 16 adds 16, okay? If you really wanted to do that in your head, or you could just keep going. So what's 16 add another 8? Well, that's 24. And then finally, your answer to 4 8s is 32. All right, so my answer there, 32. And all I have to do now is add those two answers together. So 40 and 32. Hopefully you can use your knowledge of column addition that you did before half term. So 40, we'll start with the 1s, 0 and 2. Well, that's 2. And then your 10s column, 40 and 30, 70. So hopefully you got the answer 72. Okay. Next one. Just checking, thought it was the same. Have a go at this one. Be careful because they've swapped the question the other way around. All right. So would I try and partition 8? Absolutely not. Okay. So have a go at doing this one. Partition 16. Pause the video and I will go through it. Okay, so you've got 16, you've got 10 and 6. All right, let's do our 2 calculations. I'm going to do 8 times 10 first. 8 10s are 80. Okay. And then you've got 8 times 6. Now, I know I'm going to use my knowledge of my times tables. Now, I know what 8 5s are, okay? 8 5s, I know what 5 8s are. So 5 8s are 40. So if I added another 8, that would get me to 48. Okay, so there's just using your knowledge of times tables. All of you know your 5s and 10s, 2s, 5s, 10s, and that's actually, a good way of, good place to start. So I know that 5 8s equals 40. So 6 8s, well, that's easy. That's 48. Okay, I'm just adding 8 more. So now I get to the stage where I can use some column addition or just mental addition. 8 and 0, well, that's 8. Now I've got a little bit more tricky because I'm bridging 100 now. I've got 80 and 40, which I know is 120. So my answer is 128. Okay, so hopefully you got to that. If you're really struggling, guys, stick to the do it questions today. You don't need to go on to the greater depth questions. Just make sure you've got a really good understanding. All right, you can come back and replay this video again and see why I'm doing things. I think it won't be the issue that you're getting stuck with the procedure. It'll be your knowledge of times tables, which you might need some support with. So there's these do it questions, which I'd like everyone to have a go at. All right. And then if you'd like to do some more, just to build up your confidence, there's some on the next, on the final page where the greater depth questions are as well. So have a go at the do it's. All right. Make sure you're partitioning. I really want to see that, that working out. I want to see what process you're going through to complete these questions. All right, so really show me those calculations, please, that show me that you understand that we need to partition and then recombine at the end. Okay, little misconception here that some of you might get a bit tricky or might get wrong here. Colin thinks that 17 times 3 is 210. Do you agree or disagree? And also for those of you that really want to start, thinking about why did he get 210? Why do you think he got to that answer? So you can pause the video now and have a quick chat about that if you'd like to. If not, I will go on to what I think Colin has done. So, okay, so he's got the answer 210. Do you know what I think Colin's done? I think Colin has done 3 times 7. Okay, I think he's done this. Now, 3 7s, 7, 14, 20. He's got 21. Look, I think he's done that. And then I think he's got almost yesterday's learning mixed up. And then he's done 21 times 10. Okay, and that's why he's got to 210. He's done this. All right, and I think that's absolute nonsense, because what he's done the first bit right. He's partitioned really well. So he's gone, well, he didn't actually. He's partitioned that 7, okay? But he should have then done, instead of doing 21 times 10, that's far too many. He should have done the 10 multiplied by the 3, okay? And the 10 multiplied by the 3 is obviously 30. So then it's 30, add the 21, all right? So he's got way too many there. And actually a sense check, if you think about it, 3 10s, well, that's 30. Okay, 3 7s, is that going to be as many as that? So straight away, hopefully alarm bells are ringing in your head. Right, here we go. You can pause it here if you want to just get cracking. If you want to go back and have a look, that's absolutely fine also. The do it questions are here. All right, so have a go at those. There's a go deeper where Coco has incorrectly done something. See if you can unpick that. And the go deeper challenge, you can use, it says, solve them all together using the digits. You can use each of the digits at least once. So you can use them as many times as you like, but you've got to see if you can use all of the digits, all right? But at least once. So see how you get on with that. Good luck. Any questions, please shout. Have a great day.